War. It's a constant in conquest, Earth, a grim reality. But what if you could challenge that reality? What if you could choose a different path? A path of peace, not power. This is the premise behind the pacifist objector magician, a unique character, a stark contrast to the destructive war magician. In a world consumed by conflict, the pacifist objector magician stands apart. They refuse to engage in the bloodshed. They seek to resolve disputes through diplomacy and understanding. Their magic is a force for good, a shield against the ravages of war. Imagine a battlefield. Chaos reigns, spells fly. But amidst the destruction, a figure emerges, calm and resolute. This is the pacifist objector magician, a beacon of hope in the darkness. They are not passive observers. They are active participants. They use their magic to heal, to protect, to inspire peace. They are the embodiment of a different kind of power, the power of compassion and understanding. The pacifist objector magician is not simply a healer. They are much more. They are negotiators, mediators, protectors. They use their magic to prevent conflict, not escalate it. Their spells are designed to calm, to soothe, to heal. They can create barriers to separate warring factions. They can mend the broken. They can inspire empathy and understanding. They are not weak. Their magic is potent. It requires discipline and control. It takes strength to choose peace in a world of war. It demands courage to stand against the tide of violence. The pacifist objector magician is a complex and nuanced character, a testament to the power of non-violence, a symbol of hope in a world desperately in need of it, a true hero in a world of warriors. Magic in Conquest Earth is often associated with destruction, with power, with control. The pacifist objector magician flips this on its head. They use magic to create, not destroy. They transform weapons into tools of peace. They turn battlefields into sanctuaries. They replace fear with hope. They offer a radical alternative to the traditional uses of magic. This subversion of traditional magic is what makes the pacifist objector magician so compelling. They represent a different way of thinking, a different way of being, a different way of using magic. They are not just a different class, they are a different philosophy. A philosophy of peace, a philosophy of compassion, a philosophy of hope. They embody the very essence of pacifism in a world of war. Imagine a battlefield. The air crackles with tension. Soldiers clash. Steel rings against steel. Spells of fire and lightning streak across the sky. Amidst this maelstrom of violence, a figure stands, serene, unwavering, the pacifist objector magician. They raise their hands. A soft, golden light emanates from their palms. It spreads outward, like ripples in a pond, touching the hearts of all who feel its warmth. This is the aura of tranquility, a spell of peace in a world of war. The aura doesn't force peace. It doesn't control minds. It simply reminds, it whispers of a different way, a way of compassion, a way of understanding, a way of peace. It offers a moment of respite, a chance to reflect. It's a subtle magic, but powerful. It can calm the rage of a berserker. It can ease the fear of a frightened soldier. It can even, for a fleeting moment, stay the hand of a seasoned killer. It is the gentle whisper of peace amidst the roar of war. The pacifist magician is not just a source of calm, they are also a protector, a guardian. They wield magic to shield, to defend, to deflect the blows of war. One of their key spells is the Shield of Conscience, a shimmering barrier invisible to the naked eye, but impenetrable to malice. When an attack strikes this shield, it reflects the attacker's own intent back upon them. Another powerful tool is the empathic wave, a pulse of energy that touches the hearts of those caught in its embrace. It allows them to feel the pain they inflict, the suffering they cause. The pacifist objector magician seeks to prevent violence, to create space for dialogue and peace. They bind and separate combatants, opening pathways to resolution. The binding oath weaves an invisible thread, compelling combatants to cease hostilities. A wave of calm washes over the battlefield. Soldiers find themselves unable to attack, bound by an unseen force. The veil of peace creates an impenetrable barrier. It separates factions, creating space for dialogue, a testament to the power of peace. The pacifist objector magician isn't simply a new class in Conquest Earth. It's a new philosophy of magic, a reimagining of what magic can be. It takes the familiar archetypes of war and flips them on their head. It embraces opposition. This concept of mirroring professions is central to Conquest Earth's design. It allows players to explore different facets of the game's world, to experience conflict from multiple perspectives, to choose their own path. The core idea is simple. Take an existing profession like the War Magician, then invert its core principles. Turn aggression into defense, destruction into creation, control into understanding. This process of inversion leads to fascinating results. It creates characters that are both familiar and entirely new. It opens up new possibilities for gameplay, new ways to interact with the world, new stories to tell. Consider the Demonologist, a master of dark arts. They command legions of demons, unleashing chaos and destruction upon their enemies, a terrifying force on the battlefield. Now imagine their opposite, the Hallowed Summoner. Instead of demons, they call upon celestial beings, angels and spirits of light, not to destroy, but to protect, to heal, to guide. The Demonologist revels in darkness, while the Hallowed Summoner embraces light. One sows chaos, the other cultivates peace. They are two sides of the same coin, representing the eternal struggle between good and evil. This mirroring creates a compelling dynamic. It allows players to choose their allegiance, to fight for darkness or light, to embrace destruction or strive for peace. It adds depth and complexity to the world of Conquest Earth. The Brujo is a figure of power and mystery. They wield dark magic for personal gain, manipulating the forces of nature for their own selfish ends, often feared and ostracized. Their mirrored counterpart is the Shaman, a respected member of the community. They work with the spirits of nature, not to control them, but to understand them, to live in harmony with the world around them. The Brujo seeks to dominate, while the Shaman seeks to connect. One uses magic for selfish purposes, the other uses it for the benefit of all. They represent two contrasting approaches to the use of magic. This contrast highlights the ethical dimensions of magic in Conquest Earth. It asks players to consider the consequences of their actions, to choose between personal gain and the greater good, to define their own moral compass. The gladiator thrives in the arena. They revel in combat, fighting for glory and entertainment. Their skill with weapons is unmatched, their thirst for victory insatiable. The conflict sentinel, however, is a guardian, a protector. They stand between warring factions, not to fight, but to prevent fighting, to de-escalate tensions, to find peaceful resolutions. The gladiator seeks victory through combat, while the conflict sentinel seeks victory through peace. One embraces conflict, the other seeks to avoid it. They represent two fundamentally different approaches to resolving disputes. This mirroring expands the concept of conflict in Conquest I-Earth. It demonstrates that true strength isn't always about brute force. Sometimes it's about the courage to choose peace, the wisdom to find common ground, the strength to build bridges instead of walls, embracing nonviolence. A unique playstyle. Playing a pacifist objector magician in Conquest I-Earth offers a unique and challenging playstyle. It requires a different mindset, a different approach to conflict. It's not about winning battles, it's about preventing them. You are not a warrior. You are a diplomat, a mediator, a peacemaker. Your weapons are not swords and spells of destruction, they are words of understanding, spells of healing and protection. This playstyle demands patience. It requires empathy. It calls for a deep understanding of the game's mechanics. You must learn to use your abilities strategically to de-escalate tensions, to find creative solutions to conflict. It's a challenging path, but a rewarding one. It allows you to experience Conquest Earth in a whole new light, to see the world through the eyes of a peacemaker, to make a real difference in a world ravaged by war. Strategic pacifism, turning the other cheek. Pacifism in Conquest I-Earth is not passive. It's not about simply avoiding conflict. It's about actively engaging with it, but in a different way. A way that promotes peace and understanding. You must learn to anticipate conflict, to identify the root causes of aggression, to use your abilities to diffuse tense situations before they escalate into violence. Your spells are your tools. Use them wisely. The aura of tranquility can calm angry mobs. The Shield of Conscience can deflect attacks and force aggressors to confront their own actions. The Empathic Wave can foster understanding and empathy between warring factions. The Binding Oath can temporarily halt combat, creating an opportunity for dialogue and negotiation. The Power of Prevention, de-escalation and diplomacy. Prevention is key to the pacifist objector magician's playstyle. It's far better to stop a fight before it starts than to try to heal the wounds afterward. This requires a proactive approach. The diplomat's tongue spell is invaluable. It allows you to communicate with anyone regardless of language barriers. This opens up opportunities for diplomacy and negotiation, for building bridges between cultures. The neutral ground spell can create safe havens amidst the chaos of war, places where violence is forbidden, where people can find refuge and respite. These sanctuaries can serve as hubs for diplomacy and peace talks. Your role is not to defeat your enemies. It's to transform them, to help them see a different path, to inspire them to choose peace over violence. This is the true power of the pacifist magician. Section 4. Advanced Techniques, Mastering the Art of Peace. As you progress in Conquest Earth, your skills as a pacifist, objective magician will deepen. You'll develop a deeper understanding of the art of peace. The veil of peace can create opportunities for covert actions. The disarmament spell disables enemy weapons without harm, creating a symphony of peace amidst the discord of war. You become a true force for change in Conquest Earth. The pacifist objector magician is more than just a character class in Conquest Earth. They represent a philosophy, a way of life, a ripple of peace in a world awash in war. Their impact extends far beyond the battlefield. They challenge the very notion of what it means to be powerful. They demonstrate that true strength lies not in brute force, but in compassion, in understanding, in the courage to choose peace. Their presence in the game world creates new possibilities, new storylines, new ways to interact with the game's mechanics. They offer a fresh perspective on conflict and its resolution. They inspire players to think differently, to consider the consequences of their actions, to explore alternative solutions, to embrace the path of peace, even in a world consumed by war. In a world of warriors and mages, the pacifist objector magician stands out. They are a different kind of hero, not a conqueror, but a peacemaker, not a destroyer, but a healer. They embody the virtues of compassion, empathy, and understanding. They demonstrate that true heroism isn't about winning battles, but about preventing them, about saving lives, not taking them. They offer a powerful counterpoint to the traditional hero narrative. They challenge the assumption that violence is the only solution to conflict. They prove that peace can be a powerful weapon in its own right. They inspire players to embrace a different kind of heroism, a heroism that is quiet yet profound, a heroism that is rooted in compassion, not conquest, a heroism that truly makes a difference in the world. The pacifist objector magician challenges the traditional definition of strength in Conquest Earth. They prove that true strength is not about physical prowess or magical might. It's about something far deeper. It's about the strength to resist violence, the strength to choose peace, even when surrounded by war. The strength to stand up for what you believe in, even when it's unpopular. It's about the strength to forgive, to understand, to empathize with those who are different from you, to see the world through their eyes and find common ground. It's about the strength to build, not destroy, to heal, not harm, to unite, not divide. This is the kind of strength that truly changes the world. The kind of strength that the pacifist magician embodies. The pacifist objector magician offers a unique and rewarding path for players in Conquest Earth. It's a path that challenges you to think differently, to act differently, to be different. It's a path that requires patience, skill, and a deep understanding of the game's mechanics. But the rewards are well worth the effort. you'll have the opportunity to experience Conquest Earth in a whole new light, to see the world through the eyes of a peacemaker, to make a real difference in a world ravaged by war. So, embrace the path of peace. Become a pacifist, objector, magician, and discover the true meaning of strength in Conquest Earth. The world awaits your unique brand of heroism.